إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. In 2015, when the Charlie Hebdo attacks took place, where 12 people were attacked and killed in broad daylight, and the incident was widely, globally condemned. And as a result of this incident, 2 million people came out in protest. And over 80 world leaders came walking hand in hand for what? For that they said, humanity, for freedom of speech and expression, for the rights of people to be free. And I ask the world today, if it took the killing of 12 people to make 80 world leaders come together, and 2 million people to take to the streets to protest, you do the maths. You would think that the massacre of 50,000 people, the displacement of over 2 million, would bring the entire world population of 8 billion out of their homes, and every single world leader to stand hand in hand against such atrocities. But where is your humanity now? Where is your solidarity for freedom now? Where are the world leaders standing hand in hand? Where are they now to condemn the crimes against humanity that we are watching in Gaza? They are liars and they are hypocrites. You do not stand for humanity. You do not stand for freedom. Don't ever question the Muslims again. Don't ever let us catch you out questioning the Muslims and talking about humanity, when your own humanity is subjective to skin color, to religion, to background, and to the the religion in question. Don't ever question the religion of Islam when we say that Islam promotes peace and the true understanding of peace. When the religion of Islam taught the world principles, the true meaning of peace, before your own media deceived and lied about it. Don't ever question us about the man that we follow, that is the best of all mankind, that is a mercy to all of mankind, the man who would dare not even touch the palm of a strange woman, never mind abuse, never mind kill and massacre women. What humanity and justice do you talk about? When Ukrainians throw Molotov cocktails in their homeland at Russian soldiers occupying their lands, you brand them and label them as freedom fighters and heroes. But if a Palestinian attempts to use their supposed democratic right to speak out against the Israeli Zionist regime, then they are quickly jailed and silenced. You sing that you are the land of the free and the home of the brave, yet you are quick to deport anyone that calls for freedom or stands bravely in the face of tyranny and transgression. What humanity and justice are you talking about when you yourselves established institutions like ICC and the ICJ for supposedly justice and accountability, only for the entire world to learn that justice and accountability stops for white Western leaders and is limited to black African tribal leaders, or if you're the Russian president. But if you're a white Western leader or you're an ally, then you could do crimes more detestable than any of these people and anything that those courts have ever witnessed. But justice and accountability are unacceptable and unimaginable for you. You like to remind us, you like to boast about how you have come out of the dark ages and how you have come far away from barbarism and from a world of cruelty, and you boast to us how civilized your society is, how sophisticated you have become, the freedom that you talk about, humanity and democracy and the rule of law. What civilized society are you talking about? Is it one where we get to watch genocide live on our phones and laugh and comment afterwards? What freedom of speech do you talk about? Is it one where activists who call against crimes against humanity and regimes such as the Israeli Zionist regime, they are locked away and silenced. What rule of law do you talk about? What rule of law do you talk about when you allow others to have impunity to kill and massacre innocent people, but on the condition that they are democratically elected? Then it's okay. It was this government's own complicity and other Western governments' own complicity of arming these criminals and thugs. And that is what I'm going to call them. And we're not going to be shy of that. Who else can get away with killing 40 babies daily? Who else can get away with that? And it is the complicity that resulted in us watching bodies blown high into the sky from bombs that you forged. And we saw heads of actual babies and infants decapitated from missiles that you manufactured. And we saw aid workers and ambulances purposely targeted with bullets that you loaded into their guns, and innocent journalists burnt alive in fires that you stoked with your support for this rogue regime and monstrous military. But you don't care. You don't care because the reality is you've never cared. You don't care about humanity. And this to you is but a deja vu. This to you is but a recurrence and a repetition of what took place in the previous decades in Iraq and Afghanistan, by the admission of the former president of the United States himself, when he seemingly warned Israel to, and I quote, "Don't make the same mistakes America did post 9/11. After all these years, is that what we call it? Mistakes. Was it mistakes that cost the lives of over 3.5 million in that regime, in that region, and led to the devastation, the destruction, and the complete chaos that we see up until today? Are we merely to call those mistakes? And I challenge, wallahi, I challenge, because we're not going to cower away anymore. The right-wing media that likes to come and label us, the right-wing media that likes to come and call us terrorists and extremists, I challenge them. Before you blame Islam and the Muslims, are you referring to the likes of ISIS and Al-Qaeda? Are you referring to them that they were the cause of the destruction? They were the cause of the devastation in the region? Are you referring to those whom which by the admission of your own leaders was a creation of the West? And I can guarantee you that ISIS was not founded here in Masjid al-Rahmah, and nor was any of the Islamic centers or masajid or institutions that you seek to shut down. They did not have the foundation, or they did not produce the leaders of Al-Qaeda. No, these were a direct result of your own crimes against humanity, and funded and founded by your own world leaders, the same leaders that sung you lullabies. They sung you lullabies of freedom and democracy, and you latched onto those lies like a helpless infant that suckles the breast of its mother's milk. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور